Hey guys, good evening. What's going on? Charlie here. So there's a lot of confusion and a lot of stuff going into these filings. So I'm going to put them all together in a series of videos. The first being the major corporations that oversee the market flow. And the four we're going to look at today is going to be the DTCC, which oversees the other three, being the Fixed Income Clearing Corporation, National Securities Clearing Corporation, and the Depository Trust Company. Now, the filing themselves are going to be from the three subsidiaries, not the DTCC. So if we go to the next slide here, we see that the DTCC is the central data depository, at which point everything else goes from the DTC to the broker-dealer to the exchange. And it performs the exchange securities on behalf of buyers and sellers and functions as a central securities depository by providing central custody of securities. Now, the DTCC processes trillions of dollars of securities transactions on a daily basis, and all of this is regulated by the SEC. The DTC is the Depository Trust Company, and it was created to reduce costs and provide clearing and settlement efficiencies by immobilizing securities and making book entry changes to ownership of the security. Now, the filings we have for the DTC, we have three that are important. We have the 002, which reduces risk exposure of DTC participants, or Apex Clearinghouse, Robinhood, and Webull's Clearinghouse. Reduces their risk exposure to bank deposits to smaller banks. Now, this one was effective as of April 16th. Next, we have 003, which in essence requires that book data is checked for accuracy on a daily basis, also effective immediately on the 16th of March. 004 is the recovery and wind down plan, much like we saw for the ICC. In essence, they're just trying to protect themselves from uncovered losses or shortfalls resulting from the default of one or more of its participants, or in ape speak, their ass is covered when we go boom. And that was effective immediately March 29th. So the next company we're going to look at is the National Securities Clearing Corporation, and what they do in essence is just provide clearing and settlement of securities. Now we have, this is the major one that we're waiting on, is the 002. We had the 801 advance notice approved, and the 002 was pushed back to June 21st being the latest date that it could be approved. And in essence, once that gets passed, it's pretty much margin call city, getting some liquidations done. Next, we have 003, and this is the exact same as 002, also approved on 4/16, reduces risk exposure to smaller banks. 004, we have the recovery and wind down plan, much like 003. Ape speak, none needed. Effective March 29th. And then, of course, we had 006 come out, which deletes a requirement in Rule 33 that members and limited members be given 10 business days notice of any proposed changes to the procedures. And that was effective on May 12th. And last but not least, we have the FICC, or the Fixed Income Clearing Corporation. And in essence, we have 001, which was much like DTC 002, and NSCC 003, reducing risk exposure to smaller banks, also approved on April 16th. And last but not least, 002, yet again, another recovery and wind down plan, making sure their ass is covered in the event of a MOAS happening, which could be any day now. And that was also effective 3/29. So now, while that's a lot to digest, we also have the OCC, we have FINRA, and many others that go into this. I'm going to make separate videos on that, so that way it'll be nice and clear and laid out. But you can see here that all four of these are pretty similar, and all of their rules are pretty similar. Reducing risk, covering their ass for when the inevitable happens. I hope this helped you guys as far as clearing up these filings. There is a lot more to talk about, and I will go ahead and make those into 2 more separate videos later on this week. If you found this helpful and you want accurate and quick news as soon as it comes out, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I won't disappoint you. Thank you very much for watching. I'll talk to you later.